Diving into the past, staring straight into the cryptic, this is the portal to the enigmatic and the unknown. This is where history's shadows, secrets of the occult, and the interweaving secret plots come to the light. Unravel the secrets lying dormant for ages, waiting to whisper their truths. From ancient civilizations' perplexing enigmas to modern-day conspiracies that shake the very foundation of belief, we explore it all. Witness testimonies, expert analyses, and a touch of skepticism. We're not just telling stories, we're seeking answers. Histories, mysteries, and conspiracies, where every mystery is a story, and every story holds a mystery waiting to be solved. Join us. I have seen further than others. It is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton. An old legend speaks of giants being trapped by surrounding tribes of Native Americans within a cave with the Nevada desert. This old legend has raised curiosity about giants in North America because tales have been told all over the world regarding giants. Lake Lahontan was a large endorheic prehistoric lake during the last ice age in what is today northern Nevada, southern Oregon, and eastern California. Today, it is called the Great Basin that borders the Sacramento River. Se-Ti-Cah or Se-Ti-Cah literally translates as tool eaters in the northern Paiute language. The tool is a fibrous water plant, which according to legend was woven by giants into rafts in order to escape attacks by the Paiute. They used the rafts to navigate across what remained then of Lake Lahontan. Se-Ti-Cah were said to be a race of red-haired white giants or barbarians. The story was written down in 1882 by Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, daughter of a Paiute Indian chief, in her book called Life Among the Paiutes, Their Wrongs and Claims. These barbarians were described as being vicious, unfriendly, and cannibalistic. In this story, the Paiutes speak of a great battle that took place which led to their extermination at site known today as Lovelock Cave. Lovelock Cave, known also as Bat Cave, Horseshoe Cave, Sunset Guano Cave, and Indian Cave, is located 20 miles south of modern-day Lovelock, Nevada. It's a very old cave that predates humans on the continent and in prehistoric times was underneath Lake Lahontan. During the early part of the 20th century, archaeologists found thousands of artifacts inside this cave, leading to a lengthy excavation of the site and speculation that the Paiute legend was real. As the Paiute tale goes, after years of warfare, all the tribes in the area joined together to rid themselves of the Se-Ti-Cah. One day, as the tribes chased down the last remaining red-haired giants, they took refuge in a cave. The Paiutes demanded their enemy come out of the cave and fight, but the giants refused. The coalition of tribes proceeded to shoot arrows at them while starting a large fire at the mouth of the cave. The smoke drove out a few who died in a hail of arrows, while the rest were all either burned alive or asphyxiated. Over time, the entrance to the cave would collapse, leaving it accessible only to bats and cut off from human contact. In 1886, a mining engineer from Lovelock named John T. Reed was told of the legend by local Indians, who took him to the site to prove it existed. Reed was unsuccessful in getting an archaeological dig started immediately, but two miners, James Hart and David Pugh, realized the value of guano as an ingredient of gunpowder and created a company to start digging it out in 1911. They stripped a layer of guano from the cave approximately 3 to 6 feet deep, using a pick and shovel with little regard to the artifacts, and shipped some 250 tons of it to the Hawaiian Fertilizer Company in San Francisco. Alfred Kroeber, founder of the University of California Anthropology Department, was contacted by Hart and Pugh when they reported finding prehistoric artifacts. This spurred the first archaeological dig of Lovelock in 1912, led by L.L. Loud, also of the University of California. A second dig took place in 1924, and after finishing the excavations, Loud collaborated on a report that was published in 1929. What Loud found was nothing short of amazing. Approximately 10,000 remarkable archaeological specimens were uncovered, including tools, bones, baskets, and weapons. According to the report, 60 average-height mummies were unearthed, duck decoys, among the oldest known in the world with feathers still attached, and a sandal over 15 inches, 38 centimeters, long were excavated. A donut-shaped stone with 365 notches carved along the outside and 52 corresponding notches inside was found, which some scientists believe is a calendar. Radiocarbon dating done on follow-up visits found vegetable material dating back to 2030 BC, a human femur dating to 1450 BC, human muscle tissue dating 1420 BC, and basketry dating back to 1218 BC. Archaeologists concluded from this that human occupation of Lovelock Cave by this culture started in 1500 BC. Today's anthropologists call the people who lived in the area the Lovelock culture, with the period lasting some 3,000 years. Many archaeologists believe that the Lovelock culture was replaced by northern Paiutes. There is some debate as to the veracity of the claims made regarding the Lovelock giants. During the initial excavations, there were reports of mummified remains being found of two red-haired giants. One was a female 6.5 feet tall, and the other a male over 8 feet tall. However, no such evidence remains. Skeptics claim that chemical staining by earth after burial was a likely reason why mummified remains have red hair instead of black, like most Indians in the area. A study done at the University of Nevada indicates the giants were about 6 feet tall, and not up to 8 feet tall as had been claimed. To others, the uncovering of 15 sandals at Lovelock Cave is proof enough that the Paiute tale is real. In an article published in the Nevada Review Minor in 1931, in February and June of that same year, it was reported that two very large skeletons were found in the Humboldt Dry Lake bed near Lovelock, Nevada. One of the Lovelock skeletons was reported to have measured 8.5 feet tall and was later described as having been wrapped in a gum-covered fabric similar to Egyptian mummies. The other was supposedly nearly 10 feet long. Most interestingly, the Spirit Cave mummy was discovered years later only around 40 miles away from this area. The Spirit Cave mummy is known to be the oldest mummy ever discovered. Some other evidence for the Lovelock giants includes a set of images showing a handprint, more than double the size of a normal man's hand, imprinted on a stone boulder in the cave, which was released by Bigfoot investigators M.K. Davis and Don Monroe in 2013. Along the Peru-Bolivia border, skulls have been found near Lake Titicaca, with claims being made they were from giants with reddish hair and elongated skulls. The legends tell of the Uros Indians making reed boats and living on islands on Lake Titicaca, similar to the Paiute. The Incas apparently drove them to live this way, much like the Paiutes' ancestors apparently did to the giants at Lake Lahontan. Today, many of the original artifacts found at Lovelock, but no giants, can be viewed at a small natural history museum located in Winnemucca, Nevada. Objects such as the duck decoys are housed at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., and the basketry and bones belong to the Nevada State Museum. What do you think? Were the Se-Ti-Cah real giants, or could they have been exaggerated over time? Do legends of giants around the world point to something more? For more content like this, share, and subscribe.